The cafe went quiet. The only sound was the espresso machine hissing in the background. "Sorry," the manager said sharply, not even looking up from the counter. "We're not hiring right now." Malik blinked. "But, the sign says now hiring." He pointed at the poster on the glass door, his voice calm, polite, almost too polite for the humiliation building in his chest. The manager, Mr. Harris, leaned closer and whispered, "Look, son, this is a family place. We need someone who fits our image. You understand what I mean?" Everyone in the cafe did. The man didn't have to say the word black. It was written all over his tone. A few customers glanced up awkwardly before looking away, pretending they hadn't heard. Malik stood frozen, holding the resume he had printed with his last $5. His hands trembled. He had just finished college and was willing to work any job, but this rejection felt deeper than just no. From a corner table, a girl about his age looked up from her laptop. Her name was Emily, the owner's daughter. She watched the scene unfold, disbelief hardening into anger. "Dad," she said suddenly, standing up. "Did you really just say that to him?" Mr. Harris's face paled. "Emily, stay out of this." But she didn't. Emily walked right up to Malik, extended her hand, and said, "I'm sorry for how you were treated. My father doesn't speak for me, or for this place." Malik hesitated, then shook her hand. But the pain in his eyes said everything words couldn't. He turned and left the cafe in silence, his dignity intact, but his heart broken. As the door swung shut, Emily glared at her father. "You talk about customer service and kindness every day, but you can't even treat someone like a human being?" Mr. Harris muttered something about business reputation, but Emily wasn't listening. She opened her phone, her fingers shaking. Within minutes, a post appeared on social media. "My father just refused to hire a man because of the color of his skin. This isn't the company I want to be part of." By nightfall, the cafe's Google rating had plummeted. Comments poured in. "Racism has no place in Canada. Boycotting this cafe. Hire that man and apologize." Meanwhile, Malik sat on his small apartment balcony, watching the city lights blur through tears. He had no idea his story was going viral, or that it would soon change not just his life, but the whole town. The next morning, the cafe's front door was plastered with angry messages. Customers who once filled every table now walked right past. The shop that prided itself on community love had suddenly become a ghost town. Inside, Mr. Harris sat behind the counter, head in his hands. "This can't be happening," he muttered, scrolling through hundreds of comments tearing his cafe apart. Emily stood in the doorway, arms folded. "It is happening, Dad. Maybe now you'll understand what real reputation looks like." She turned her phone toward him. On the screen was a viral video, Malik's story. Someone had filmed the entire rejection from across the cafe. It had already hit 2 million views overnight. The caption read, "He was denied a job because of his skin. But he walked away with more grace than the man who turned him down." In the comments section, people were demanding justice. Others were trying to find Malik, the man whose quiet strength had inspired them all. Meanwhile, Malik sat in his apartment, unaware of the firestorm online. He was exhausted, thinking of giving up on job hunting altogether, when his phone buzzed. It was a message from Emily. "Please meet me at the cafe. I need to see you." When Malik arrived, the place was nearly empty. Mr. Harris avoided his gaze, standing awkwardly by the counter. Emily took a deep breath. "Malik," she began, "the internet knows what happened. People are furious, but they also want to support you. They want to see justice. And I do too." Mr. Harris sighed, stepping forward. His voice trembled. "I was wrong. I let my prejudice blind me. I'm truly sorry, son." Malik said nothing for a moment. Then he quietly replied, "You didn't just deny me a job. You denied me dignity. But I forgive you, not for your sake, but for mine." The air in the cafe felt heavy. Even Mr. Harris's eyes watered. Emily smiled gently. "Malik, I have something to show you." She pointed to the window. Outside stood a crowd, reporters, neighbors, and supporters holding signs that read, "Equality for all. Hire Malik. Racism has no place here." Malik's story had united the community. People from across town came together to prove that kindness still existed. Then Emily did something no one expected. She handed Malik a piece of paper. It was an offer letter. Not from the cafe, but from a non-profit organization that supported underprivileged youth. They had seen the video and wanted Malik to be their community outreach director. His eyes widened. "Is this real?" Emily nodded. "They said your calmness, your courage, and your grace under pressure represent everything they stand for." Tears welled up in Malik's eyes. I don't even know what to say." Mr. Harris finally spoke. "Say you'll keep showing us how to be better men." The crowd outside erupted in applause as Malik stepped out into the sunlight. Reporters snapped photos, but all he did was smile, not out of pride, but peace. That same cafe, once stained by prejudice, soon placed a new sign on its door. "We serve with equality," inspired by Malik. And every morning after that, customers lined up again, not for the coffee, but for what the cafe had come to represent. Malik's story didn't just heal a town. It reminded everyone that dignity is the most powerful currency of all.